Welcome to Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia. With me today we got Brandon.
Hello.
And we're here to talk about games and things.
Yes. Low energy beginning of the year. Let's go.
Yeah. Very low energy beginning of the year.
We're just going to save the energy for game of the year, which is coming up.
Because we'll need it then.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's on the agenda today? Games.
I played some games.
Brandon played some games.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play anything exciting again this week.
What the hell?
I know.
Why not?
Well, let's see. What did I do? I did play... What did I play?
You don't even know?
No, I don't. I'm trying to think. I had some free time, so I played a little bit of extra stuff. I made, like, a very, very small amount of progress in Tales of Symphonia.
Mm-hmm.
I did watch a little bit of Five Nights at Freddy's. That was good.
You watched the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So
what did you think?
I liked it from what I saw.
How did you just watch a little bit of it? Now I'm, like, confused, actually.
Oh, because DJ was watching it, so I was not.
Okay.
Like, I kind of just came in, like, passively while it was on. So, that was fine. I did buy a new game this week, but I have yet to play it.
What'd you buy?
Jackbox Party Pack 10.
Oh, I heard that it was just okay.
You know how they are. Usually it's like, you get 5 new games. Usually one of them's great. One of them's absolutely shitty. And 3 of them are good. So, it's kind of, that's usually what I'm expecting when I buy.
So which one is which?
I don't know. I haven't played them yet.
All right.
But we're having a holiday party this weekend. So last year, Jackbox ended up getting a lot of play. So I was like, oh, seems like a good time to buy it since it's on sale right now.
Yeah.
So might as well buy it while it's on sale. So I have it. So then, then we can play it. But they had, some of the stuff that's on there is decent. They had TK Party or whatever, TKO Party 2, whatever, that t-shirt, like.
That total knock, no, t-shirt knockout.
Yeah, whatever it is. Something like that. Yeah. So that should be that. The first one was really fun, and people ended up with some really wacky shirts when that was done. So there's that. They got a new trivia game. They have a music game, which always is exciting. They have a weird kind of like group chat texting game.
Curious about the music game, but okay.
Yeah. No, I'm curious about that too. So that one is definitely like a priority. So, and then I don't remember what the last one is. It would be a surprise, I suppose. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. See, kind of what's new and exciting there. Because I said, I enjoy getting them every year, but I definitely feel like.
Has it been a yearly thing that they've released one?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's. I think it's been pretty consistently a year since the first one.
I guess then that would make sense why, like, it's kind of getting stale at this point.
Yeah. Because I don't feel like they have a lot of interesting ideas, like they do, but I don't feel like they give them enough time to, like, flesh them out each year. So what ends up happening is usually, whatever game's the sequel, usually ends up being, like, especially if it's like a first sequel.
Yeah.
Like, it usually will be like, hey, this is a pretty substantial upgrade over the initial release because we added all these new features and, whatever, and kind of ironed out some of the bugs that may have been there. I mean, lots of great examples of this. Like, Fibbage really hit its high after, I think, the first one. Quiplash hit its high on its, like, subsequent ones. Trying to think, there's a bunch of the Murder Trivia Party does. So those are all great, excellent games. So
I feel like some of those that you just named, I like at least some of them. Not Quiplash, obviously, and not.
You don't like Quiplash?
No. Let me finish my sentence, please. First, I feel like not Quiplash and not Fibbage, but some of the other ones like Murder Trivia Party. I only ever played their first one, so my experience with it is just kind of mid, not really. Kind of mediocre, not really something I cared for, but I haven't played anything past the original iteration of it. So
yeah, so that one's, there's only the next sequel. They only did a Murder Trivia Party 2. And like every time I have people playing that game, they just get like sucked into it and don't stop. Like we end up playing like a stupid amount of rounds. Actually, that's what we ended up spending a ridiculous amount of time playing at the holiday party last year, because one of our friends brought their boyfriend and just could not handle the fact that I just kept on wiping the floor with them. So we played probably like 20 matches of that game.
Oh, God.
I don't even think, I think that's an underestimate of anything. But yeah, no, those games are great, and it's just kind of nice, like icebreaker, like party stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and then just kind of see how the new games stack up, and worst case scenario, that. But I was gonna say though, the thing with the Jackbox games is usually after the second like one, any like further iterations are usually just like questions or content. Like it doesn't seem like they had a terrible amount of new features. Fibbage added that like it's not about you mode or whatever, where you like put in questions about yourself.
Okay.
But that's okay. It's just Fibbage. It's not as exciting. So yeah. So that's that. The only other thing I actually kind of want to talk about this week, because I forgot about it last week and possibly the week before, was I got the Nintendo sent out their year in review thing.
Oh yeah, I've got mine for all of my systems.
Yeah. So where's mine? I just was like, oh, I'll figure I'll go over that. It was sadly disappointing.
Now let me see what mine is. Hold on. Okay. Show me.
Come on.
Show me. All right, get started. What is it? I played 16 games on Switch.
Yeah.
For 126 hours.
Okay.
Most played games. Tears of the Kingdom, Suika game, and Mario Party Superstars.
Oh, okay. Those are good.
I
was really expecting it to be like Fire Emblem Engage, and I'm like, oh, Brandon, eat shit.
You played the most in May.
Yeah, this is when Tears of the
40
Kingdom
hours.
Makes sense.
Yep. Okay, favorite game of 2023. I feel like I put way more time into Mario Kart, but it says I didn't. But okay. I mean, it says Tears of the Kingdom, but whatever. Yeah, so that's my Nintendo one. Let me tell you my Steam one, because my Steam one it goes hard.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta find it. Oh, shit.
There it is.
There we go. Oh, here we go. Steam year in review.
Mm-hmm.
This year you played a ton of new games and unlocked quite a few achievements. Games played on Steam in 2023, 90.
Okay.
60 of them are new.
Okay.
The games I played the most were Counter-Strike 2, Tower Unite, and Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
Let's see what else.
Not surprised about Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 6 is awesome. I played Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade all the way through on PC.
Mm-hmm.
The games I played the most on Steam Deck were Tower Unite, Dead Cells, Street Fighter 6, Deep Rock Galactic, and Flip Witch.
Flip Witch?
Yeah, I explained that before. Yeah.
It vaguely sounds familiar.
Yeah. Let's see. And at the end of the day, the game I played the most is Counter-Strike, obviously. But other than that, it's Street Fighter and Tower Unite.
Okay.
So, yeah. That's nothing new. I played Burrito a lot. Obviously, I played Bomb Rush Cyberpunk and Hollow Cure Save the Fans. Played all of those games in 2023. Oh, and Lethal Company. And Urban Core 6. And Rhythm Sprout. And Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, there's a shit ton of things here. Like, I played so many games in 2023, on PC at least.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And my PlayStation 1 was also pretty cool, but I don't remember what that one was, nor do I care.
Let me see. I can tell you what mine is. Well, at least my Switch one, rather. Let's see. All right, let's go through mine. First game of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
You want to guess what it was?
Talked
a lot about it.
You talked a lot about it.
Inscryption.
Oh, Inscryption. You played that in 2023? Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, it was the first game I played in 2023.
Oh, you're still playing it in 2023?
Yeah,
okay.
I think it was like a wrap around from 2022.
Yeah.
I played 44 games on my Switch for a total of 565 hours.
All right, nice.
Let's see, my most played game this year. Guess number one.
Is it Tears of the Kingdom?
Yes, ma'am. I'm most surprised about my number 2, actually.
Fire Emblem Engage.
Nope, that's number 3.
Okay.
But it's nearly tied for time.
Oh,
so
okay.
it was also 69 hours.
Oh my god.
And it also is a game that released last year.
I don't know. What could it be?
I'll give you a clue.
Oh, Pikmin?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Good guess. But it was also originally intelligent system game as well.
Oh, shit.
It's like the cousin to Fire Emblem.
Oh, Advance Wars, right?
Yeah. Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. My number 2. It must have just barely scraped ahead of Fire Emblem Engage. So
yeah.
So good job, Advance Wars. That was good. Okay, what else is in there? My gaming trends: 37% action games, 23% strategy, 22% adventure, 15% role playing, 2% shooter, and 1% party.
Okay.
I also played the most in May at 117 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Second was November at 98. Third was July. They don't have December on here, which is a tragedy because they didn't do December last year too, obviously. Fire Emblem Engage was my most played game for January, February, March, and April. Then it was Tears of the Kingdom was May, and then it was gone. And Advance Wars was June. July was Pikmin 4. August was Advance Wars again.
Okay.
September was Pokemon. October was, you want to guess? Didn't come out. Well, I guess it came out for the Switch last year. But I did play a shit ton of it, so you should be able to guess.
Wait, it came out for the Switch last year, you said?
Yeah, 2023. Last year.
Oh, wait, was it Pikmin?
Nope.
Oh, okay, I don't know then. Why was it?
Vampire Survivors.
Oh, fucking of course it's Vampire Survivors.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that's dumb of me. I can't believe I didn't figure that out.
November should be very predictable, too.
Oh, Mario RPG?
Yeah. What else is in here? That's it. That's my year in 2023.
Okay. I found out how many hours I played on PS5 this year.
Yeah.
509.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I don't care about my trophies. Let's see what my top played games are. I don't care about my trophies. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I can't see. Oh wait, it's up here. I can see this right up here. All right, so let's go over my top 5. All right. Number 5 was Theatrhythm Final Bar Line.
Okay.
With 15 hours. And number 4 was Like a Dragon Ishin with 22 hours. Number 3 was Cyberpunk 2077 with 37 hours. 2 was Call of Duty with 131 hours. And 1 was Fortnite with 212. So.
Well, you do love your Fortnite.
Yeah. The new modes are really good. That's where a large amount of that time went.
Yeah.
And like I said, Theatrhythm Final Bar Line is fantastic. It's one of the better,
rhythm games?
Yeah. Like, currently out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all of my wrap-ups. I mean, I guess I have an Xbox wrap-up. I don't know what the fuck my Xbox wrap-up would be. It'd probably be like Starfield. You played it for a worrying amount of time for it to be such a bad game.
I know.
Oh my god. I've got a topic this week. Ooh, I've got a topic this week. I'm so glad I just said that. I've got a topic for this week after we finish going over our stuff for what we played and whatnot.
Oh, is it not your PC one anymore?
Oh, it's not. There was another one that I saw, and we have to have this conversation because it's such a shit topic.
Okay.
It was huge. It was trending on Twitter, and I think it's the dumbest fucking take I've ever seen.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. But let's go on to what we played this week. So, what did you play?
That I already told you.
Oh, you're done? You're done? That's all you played?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right, cool. I finished El Paso Elsewhere. Played through the whole game.
Okay.
I have some thoughts on it, which I will share now. The music is fucking phenomenal. It's some of the better music that I've played in an indie title in quite some time, aside from Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. but the music is really, really good. It's like got some Daft Punk vibes, as I told you before, but it's also got like some like rap, like indie rap stuff, and it's kind of cool. I like it a lot. It's very edgy, and I thought that was kind of cool. There's like an entire song dedicated to being an ice cream man who serves human body parts in his ice cream, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's a thing. Uh, the entire gameplay was awesome. The like way they continuously changed up the world was really fun, and is kind of trippy and really good. The only problem I have with this game, right,
Mm-hmm.
is that by chapter 30, I was like, okay, I'm good. I've had my fill, and there were 50 chapters, so it
Okay.
dragged on a little bit towards the end. It got a little bit like just kept going and going and going gameplay wise, but story, it kept building on the story, and the story was really good. So, um, yeah. I liked this game quite a lot. I finished the whole thing. So there you go. Good game. Very, very
That's
good
good.
game,
Yeah.
actually. So happy about that one. I also played all the way through Control with Katie. Katie finished Control yesterday, literally. Uh, so that was fun. Went back
Mm-hmm.
through that. Found a lot of Alan Wake Easter eggs that I'm not sure if they were in the game last time. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
You think they
Um,
patched him in?
it's possible because there was a DLC for Alan Wake before Alan Wake 2 came out that
Mm-hmm.
was put into Control,
Yeah.
and it's possible those Easter eggs were put in, and or maybe I just missed them originally. But yeah, but
Okay.
in general, really good game. Still, I still think Control is one of the better games that was released in the like half step generation between PS4 PS5 because it was like a PS5 title, but they released it initially on PS4 and PS5. So yeah, Control's great game. And then I was gifted literally to like last night a game called Death Must Die, which is another Vampire Survivor like game.
Okay.
Um, my buddy bought it for a bunch of people and gifted all of us a copy because he said this one's like really good. And
Mm-hmm.
I am 6.7 hours into the game right now, and I have it alt tabbed on my computer right now as we're talking because I don't
Okay.
want to fail my run that I'm currently in.
Mm-hmm.
Very good game, very good game, very interesting. Each character is a little quirky, which I don't exactly like because like the first character you play as seems just like a generic knight guy, and it's like okay, so he needs to kill death and da da da. But then like you meet this other person, and she's like a fire mage, but she talks like an e-girl, and
Mm-hmm.
it's really really cringy. And there's like one person that literally talks like an angsty teen and uses like shorthand, and it's I don't really like the dialogue of this game like at all, but the gameplay is really really good. It's the same kind of thing that you have with Vampire Survivor, where as you defeat enemies, you level up and you get to pick from a certain amount of skills, and you combine those together and da 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 da.
Yeah.
And but I like this because you get to pick up like clothing and like armor and stuff, and you get to actually build a character somewhat like Diablo in this one, which is pretty neat. So like you can find like treasure chests and stuff out in the wild, and or you can fight like bosses, and when you beat the bosses, they'll drop loot, and then you can build a character using said loot, and that also adds to your abilities that can come up whenever you level up. So it's pretty interesting concept, and I think it does just enough to stand out from other Vampire Survivor likes. It's very good. It also kind of has the Hades vibe because each one of the like gods speak to you whenever
Mm-hmm.
you're whenever you like level up, and they give you like a power and
Yeah.
whatnot. So it's got the Hades vibe, and it also has the Vampire Survivor vibe. And I mean, overall, it's just very good, very fun. And like I said, I put like 7 hours into it. I've had it less than a day. So,
Yeah. That's pretty impressive. The old Brandon time warp.
well, I said I haven't slept today, but that was because of other reasons. It wasn't because of this game. But this game helped keep me awake, so there's that.
Yeah. Well, that's always good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I played.
Okay.
I'm good there. I got nothing else to talk about.
All right. Did you want to talk about this Switch rumor you saw?
It seems like it's very unfounded right now, and I'd
Okay.
rather not. But
Okay.
I will say this: this is the only part I'll talk about because this is the only part that at least makes a little bit of sense.
Mm-hmm.
There is a Chinese manufacturing company that is starting up production on a product that should be out before the end of Q1 2024. That is supposedly some form of new Nintendo console, possibly releasing around March, and that product should be announced soon.
Mm-hmm.
And the prices are between $400 and $450, depending on the version of the console that you buy. One won't have any kind of cartridge base or anything, and will just be purely digital, and that'll be the cheaper one. And the other one will have that, and that's like the extra 50 to 100, depending on what it is. But there is a manufacturer that apparently has started production on something for Nintendo, but we don't exactly know what it is. So
Okay. It
that's it.
seems likely that it's coming, I think. So
Mm-hmm.
and also there was a just kind of like tangential news. Apparently the piracy has gotten a little easier on the Switch recently.
Oh my god, I saw that cart. I want one so bad.
So it seems that the kind of the speculation on the street was Nintendo has more incentive to announce the successor in the
Yeah, I
near
want that
future for
cart
that
so
reason.
bad. Like legitimately, and my reasoning is because I would like to play some of the Japanese games that exist that I can't otherwise
Yeah.
currently, unless I like import them for a shit ton of money and all this other extra bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't exactly have that many Japanese games on my Switch, but there's one that apparently is like a spiritual successor. I saw this on over the holiday. There was like a spiritual successor to Goemon, like Mystical Ninja Goemon,
Oh
that
yeah.
someone made that's on Switch. That's out. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it looked really good. And like everyone was like, "Yeah, this is one of my favorite games of the year." And everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?" And they're like, "Oh, you don't know." But yeah,
Yeah,
looks neat.
that's cool. So yeah, so I guess stay tuned for no news on that. So I guess since we don't really have any other news because it is kind of the dead time.
It is very dead. It's fuck you. It's January.
I know.
That's my favorite.
Really,
I
yeah,
I've sent
January.
you that video in the past, right?
Nope, I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh my god. I'm
Whew.
sending it to you in general chat.
All right. Oh, the video is age restricted. Let me go to the actual YouTube. I understand it's inappropriate.
I fucking love Red Letter Media, and this was like a random bit from them where they were talking about like shitty movies that release in January because it's the month of like no one gives a shit, basically. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
So so they named that month "Fuck You, It's January," basically. It's where they dump all the like shitty horror films that no one was gonna watch anyway, because that's been like a very big thing that's been happening in the industry for quite a while now when it comes to like movies and whatnot. They release like garbage movies that was never going to be any kind of awards given to them or whatever around January. And yeah. So they basically are like, "Do you know what time it is? Oh my god, fuck you, it's January."
The what was I gonna say? I was speaking of they did announce a somebody's making a Steamboat Willie horror movie
Oh my
now.
god, it looks so shit.
Well, after you said the Winnie the Pooh one was bad, I mean, what were you expecting? It's literally
There's
just
that
made.
game coming out too, the Steamboat Willie game, that was announced yesterday. Literally, once it went into oh god, what do they even call that? Public domain. There it is.
Yeah.
Once Steamboat Willie went into public domain yesterday, that this person immediately dropped a video for their Steamboat Willie game that they'd been working on.
Oh, I'm sure it's still gonna be.
Oh, it looked like dog shit.
Hey, you never know. Maybe they have some tricks up its sleeve.
Mm.
I'm sure sure Steamboat Willie will just appear in like everything. It'll be in like Vampire Survivors and
Oh yeah. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I would actually laugh if they just randomly put Steamboat Willie, Mickey, and Vampire Survivors.
And they just put it into like Smash Ultimate just for walls.
Yeah, just for shits and giggles.
So, okay. Anyways, what's your topic? What's the topic?
All right, so here's my topic.
Okay.
All right. This was the point of contention, and I cannot believe it was a point of contention on X/Twitter. And what it was people were saying you can't have hundreds or 100 hours in a game and also say that game is bad. And then people were giving examples of games that are like, it takes like this long for you to be able to kind of like formulate your kind of opinion on games like this. And they're like, no, if you played for 100 hours, then you like that game no matter what. It's like, no, you're fucking stupid. That is not how that works. And they're like, then why waste your time on something? And it's like, some things don't really like give you everything. And sometimes you'll play things at different points in times. Like I've tried restarting Fallout 4 multiple times. And I've got a lot of hours in that, but I sure as fuck ain't played a lot of it. I've just experienced it at different points in times, from start to like the middle of the game, and been like, yeah, I don't fucking care. And then I come back and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot all about this. I'm just gonna start a new save. So then you add another 20 hours, like a year later, and it's like, I didn't really like it now. I didn't like it then. I still don't like it. But you give something a different try because you're like, I want to try that again. I want to play that again. You get like that itch, and then you're like, yep, still sucks.
Yep,
and I feel like that happens a lot.
No, it does. Actually, I mean, this is a good topic, but I think I agree with you that, there is definitely a lot of reasons why people would play games for a long time and not necessarily like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as people, like we just have this tendency that once we like put time into something, like we have to follow it through. And, you see this a lot, obviously people are talking about in this context of games, but you see it a lot with like other things that people do too, like jobs and things. They'll be like, my job sucks. It's horrible. I don't have, X, Y, Z. But then they'll be like, well, why don't you go for another job? And they're like, well, I've been there for 5 years. They're like, exactly. That's exactly why you should leave. You put all this time into it. You're not getting anywhere. More time's not going to change that. But, people want to see things through. They want to see things to, conclusion. So it's like, yeah, they're going to go through and they're going to finish games. I mean, a great example from this episode about games that I don't like, but spend a lot of time playing. Fire Emblem Engage.
You didn't like that game at all.
I did not like that game.
You spent a lot of time playing it.
It was my third most played this year, and just like, and it only missed the number 2 slot by minutes.
Yeah,
like it's
you want another example of that?
Sure.
Tears of the Kingdom.
No, I like Tears of the Kingdom.
For me, I couldn't. I got into it quite heavily and I enjoyed it, but then I just fell off and I was like, I don't really care that much for this one.
But I guess the difference though is like, would you consider that game bad though? Like,
no. But that wasn't the thing. They weren't saying the game was bad. They were saying the person has to like a game if they put in 100 hours or more into the game.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that.
No, absolutely not. They were like, you like that game. If you put 100 hours into that game, you like that game. And everyone's like, no. And they're like, then why the fuck did you play it? And they're like, there's many different reasons. And then I've got a few other examples, which I will go ahead and point this out. My third most played game for this year on PlayStation, Cyberpunk 2077. Holy shit, was that game a mess at launch? I definitely played it at launch. I definitely played it for like 10 hours at launch. It was unplayable. I also played it on PC. It was more playable on PC, but there was something missing. Then they redid the entire game, and they added the new skill system this year and everything, and revamped the whole game, and I put 37 hours into it. I went from having like 20 hours in a game that I did not like across 2 platforms to putting almost 80, 90 hours into this game now, and I actually like it now. But not because of that time, it's because in the past, I didn't like this because it was not a good game, but I'd still put a lot of time into it. And now I do. But the thing that changed is the game. And it can be the same way, the opposite direction as well. And that brings me to CS2. CS2 is a game I had put in many hours into, like CS just in general. And CS2 has now taken the place of CSGO. And so I have just so many hours in CS2 automatically. I don't particularly like where CS2 is right now. I still play it because it's fun to play with friends, but I don't really like where the game currently is. I like more of playing that game with my friends. Would I say that Call of Duty is a good game? No, but I like playing that with my friends. Do I particularly like Call of Duty? Sometimes, but most of the time the answer is no. But when I'm playing with my friends, it's a fun game to play. And I think that really goes for a lot of live service titles as well. And the games that you're going to put the most hours into are going to be live service titles. And you'll play those with your friends, even if they're not particularly good, because I feel like if you add, your friends into the mix in any kind of game, you can get some fun out of it, even if it's not a good game or you don't like it. And I played all the way through every single bit of Far Cry 6, and I had some enjoyment for the first 20 hours, but by hour 130, 140, I was like, this is fucking dog shit. Yeah. And that's another example. Games can just drag on, and they get worse the more time you play of them. And sometimes you don't realize just how bad the game is until you put a shit ton of time into it, and then you're like, wow, the first 10 hours of this was awesome, but 40 hours, 60 hours, 80 hours later, this game sucks.
Yeah, and that happens a lot too. You just get into, and like I said, you get into that thing where it's you put so much time into it, and you're like, I want to see the end of this game, I want to finish it, I want to get to the credits, and you're like, you just do it just because you feel like you're compelled to, and not because you actually like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not unreasonable, and I don't think that you have to like a game to, keep playing it. There's lots of reasons why people keep playing games, but it's not always because they like it.
Yeah, I mean, I just gave quite a few examples right there. Forgetting what you played of it and just starting a new save, or playing a new version that was released, or all of this stuff. All those things could be reasons for liking a game. Yeah, especially like I said with live service titles. Sometimes the story you like, but the game itself you're like, I don't really care for this that much. And that was kind of how I felt with Like a Dragon Ishin. Like a Dragon Ishin was kind of garbage outside of the story. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I don't know. I thought this was the dumbest fucking take I'd ever seen. And there were so many people arguing over it, and I was like, are you fucking stupid?
I'm surprised, yeah. I feel like that one, everyone should have examples of that. I mean, even on the shorter term, it's like movies. They're like, I fucking hate that movie. Well, why'd you sit there and watch it? Well, it was 2 hours long, and I was already an hour into it. I was like, fuck it, I'm finishing it. So, might as well. I already put, half of that time into it. Definitely not going to mean I like it, and definitely probably more for me to walk away just to be like, yeah, I watched the whole thing. Not for me.
Yeah, I like looking at my top played games on Steam, because I'm gonna do that real quick because I think that'll be fun. Mm-hmm. Most played CS2. I already went over that, and I don't think it's a good game anymore. Marvel Heroes Omega. I put 318 hours into this game. I didn't really particularly like it. It was just kind of something to do. And this was before Diablo got good again and then got bad again. And this was made by the original Diablo 2 developers. So, it was a fun game, but I didn't particularly like it. It was just something to do. And I didn't have to put 318 hours into it, but I did. PUBG Battlegrounds. It was the first of its kind. It was this and H1Z1 were the first Battle Royale games. I put 237 hours into this game. Do I think it's good? No! I don't think it's good. Do I like it? No, not particularly. But it was at the time, it was like a different genre. It was something completely different. And you know what? Later on down the road, I might feel that way about Vampire Survivors. There might be something that comes along and does what Vampire Survivors did so much better, but I'd still have hundreds of hours in Vampire Survivors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Among Us. I have 159 hours in Among Us.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I don't love this game and don't particularly like this game. It's something to do. Rocket League's the same. Fucking GTA 5, I have 204 hours in. No. Like, that's just simple a no. It's like, I don't know. Some of this shit's stupid that I see.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one that I thought was interesting. Would be worth talking about.
Yes, that's good conversation. But I agree with you 100%. I can't agree on the hot take on that one. I don't even think I feel like I would even have difficulty mustering the energy to do it as like a devil's advocate.
Yeah, like, you couldn't. You didn't even try. You were just like, that's stupid.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you were like, no, that's stupid. That's fucking idiot.
A lot of times in these conversations, I'll be like, well, let's look at it the other way. No,
that's just stupid.
It's dumb. People do it all the time. It's very, very common thing. And why someone would be like, no, you must like it. No, you must not like it.
Yeah, I was surprised so many people were like, why did you put that much time into it then? It's like, dude, there's so many different reasons why someone would do so. Like, are you stupid?
I don't, to be realistic, I guess, on that question. I mean, that's a real question to ask. Assuming it's not dripping with sarcasm. What?
Oh no, they were dripping with sarcasm.
No, I know, I'm sure they are. But I'm just saying, like, but if you were like, hey, and I put 100 hours in the game X and I fucking hated it, I'd be like, well, why did you put so many hours in that? I'd be curious, like what kept you coming back to it if you don't like it? Like
a lot of people said I wanted to give it a fair chance because modern games are so fucking big and so like bloated that it's like you feel like you have to put a lot of time into something because of how bloated so many titles are. Case in point, many Ubisoft titles.
Yeah. And there's too many games these days where, you could play for, 2 or 5 hours and not even get out of like the tutorial section.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So, yeah, no. But yeah, I mean, I think, just kind of like, hey, what got you to play so many? And, in some cases, you're going to get good answers. You're like, hey, I put a ton of hours in Cyberpunk. I didn't like it, but then they put out this new update and it was great. Okay, that's cool. That's, good to know. Maybe that's the reason why someone was on that fence of that game before and, now they want to come back and play it. That's cool.
But I want to give my biggest example of this, which I've been waiting this whole time to give.
Okay.
I have, let me look and make sure I got this right. I have, according to Xbox, I have 2 days, 10 hours, and 59 minutes in Starfield. I do not like Starfield at all.
Because you love Starfield.
I gave this game multiple chances. I did my own save. I did a save with Katie.
Yeah.
And I did a save on PC. And I did a save that was also my own save, but I kind of got soft locked because of some dumb bullshit. So I have lots of different reasons why I have that much time in Starfield. I don't think Starfield is good because of many different reasons. I gave it a lot of chances because there was so much in Starfield. But until you like take a step back and realize how little is actually there, even though there's so much there, there's so much that is just window dressing. That is nothing. Like, it's nothing. Like the shipbuilding. Super cool. Super in depth. I probably put like 6-8 hours into learning the ins and outs and making a really cool ship. My buddy taught me how to do it. It was cool. We enjoyed it. But then we realized there's no fucking point to it. Because you're never really inside your ship for any real reason. And it doesn't entirely matter, even though it's like super in depth and the shipbuilding's super cool and interesting. There's nothing there, but you could spend so much time just doing that one aspect of the game, but there's no point to it. Me and Katie, we spent a lot of time exploring many different planets to make money early in the game to buy shit and whatnot, but then we realized how little fucking mattered because there was like nothing on these planets. It didn't matter if we went out and we adventured and we saw the like wildlife and whatever. It just felt like a worse version of the launch version of fucking No Man's Sky when doing that. And it was such a mess. And I went like pretty fucking far into the game. And at one point, we came to a mission where this guy basically showed us this thing that we needed to get. It was an object that we needed to progress the story. And we had multiple options that we could pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, playing Skyrim, playing Fallout, this, that, and the other. There are many options here, and I'm expecting each one of them to have a different outcome. It didn't even matter. All of them had the exact same outcome. And as I learned more and more in the game that your choices don't matter, much like a like Telltale game, where all the choices run back into one specific path that you have to follow no matter what, and it doesn't matter. No matter what you do, you're just kind of locked into that path, but the game gives you the illusion of choice. That shit sucked. And that's when I was like, wow, this game's garbage. And we kind of realized that later on as we played it, but I gave it a try on separate platforms, that being the Series X, the Series S, and my PC. And I got dragged into it with different saves on each one of those. And I tried different aspects of it, so I was able to put a lot of hours into the game by trying many different aspects. But overall, the whole package was just garbage at the end of it. It wasn't good. Like, I wouldn't say that it was the worst game ever, like a lot of people like to do right now, but it was like below mediocre. Because a lot of things you could do in Skyrim and Fallout 3 and New Vegas and stuff, you couldn't even do in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it was like a step back. And, trust me, when we talk about biggest disappointment, you can just copy and paste what I'm fucking saying right now and throw it in there. Because Starfield is 100% up there with biggest disappointment. Because you look at things like Skyrim, and it's been re-released 12 times. I don't think Starfield will even be re-released again, period. I think they're going to just try to sweep this under the rug and ignore that it ever existed. Because it's a mess. It is legitimately a mess. I remember one quest, you know what? I'll save that for biggest disappointment. I'll talk about that later. But Starfield, a good example. Put a lot of time into that game. And it's not good. Like, it's just not good. And it sucks, because I gave it ample opportunities to be good on multiple different platforms. And it wasn't good on any of them.
I mean, I could see them trying to do the cyberpunk approach to this.
Yeah, but they would have to be a good studio to be able to do that.
I didn't say they were going to do it well. I said try.
Okay. All right, fair.
We're going to try the cyberpunk approach.
All right, fair.
Putting out like a sizable content update to hopefully fix people's woes. Because
you mean one that removes it from the engine that the game was built on and puts it on a totally different engine?
No,
I definitely see that happening.
No, this would be more for them to be like, because you know the thing with the Bethesda games is it's for, I would imagine, for a publisher, you know them, it's the longevity of them being able to republish it. So
yeah, they're not republishing this one.
That's why I think that they'll probably go through and try to like give it a little bit like extra oomph to make it valuable again. But I mean, good luck. I mean, who knows?
You saw the modders that were working on the online multiplayer for it.
Yeah,
that
we
just
talked
gave
about
up. Yeah. They're like, no,
nope, not worth
sucks.
it. Yeah. And I think that's pretty telltale sign. But who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I could change my mind. To derail fast, I actually went through my other email, and I was like, oh, I did get an Xbox year in review.
I can't find mine. I'm trying to find it.
Let me
I'll get back. You talk about yours, and I'll get to mine if I find it.
I can tell you when it was sent.
Yeah.
December 12th, and it says Clash of Penguins, celebrate a great year of gaming with your Xbox year in review. So that's what it's called. Okay. Can you guess my games? My number one game.
Dead Space is going to be there.
Oh yeah, you got it. Dead Space.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, all my top 3 were all Dead Space games.
Okay.
Because that's almost all I played this year. I played lots of Dead Space games.
I found
it. The other games that are not Dead Space are GoldenEye, Resident Evil 4 demo, and then the Diablo 4 demo. Oh, and Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's that. So, interestingly, Dead Space, my most played game, I played it for 18 hours.
Okay.
So, just kind of little tidbits here. My gamer score on it was 360 out of 1,000. I got 29 out of 47 achievements. Okay. My rare achievement is Wishbone, whatever the fuck that is. But apparently, I'm in the top 15% of the game's most active players. So, I think that's pretty interesting. I mean, I haven't turned on my new Xbox in months. Apparently, I'm also in the top 35% of players for total hours played.
Okay.
I'm in the top 20% of players for gamer score. And I'm the top 15% of players for achievements unlocked.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it actually, I think.
How do you see I'll figure that out in a minute. But anyway.
How do I see what?
Top 10%. Oh, I see it. Okay, I've got mine up now. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll get to mine in a second.
So, I think, as nice as those numbers sound, I actually think it's more of a testament to how little people are playing on Xbox.
Yeah, it's possible.
Because I've not put a lot of time. I mean, it says? I think I said it in here. Oh, no, maybe I skipped it. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. 63 hours. That's all I played on Xbox this year. So,
wow. Okay.
Yep, 63 hours total, 10 games. My total gamer score was 1,180. And 75 achievements.
Okay.
That's it. And apparently that puts me in the top 35% of players. Top 20% players for gamer score, top 15% for achievements. I was like, oh, I did not put much effort into that. My number 2 game, Dead Space 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, 16 hours for that one. And I'm in the top 10% of players that are most active in that game.
All right.
So, pretty cool. Number 3, can you guess what number 3 is?
Dead Space 3?
Nope.
Oh, Dead Space, no.
You're right, it's Dead Space.
Oh, it is just Dead Space?
Nope, not just Dead Space, but it is Dead Space.
Oh, is it the shooting one or the whatever?
It's Ignition.
Ignition, there we go. Yeah,
the visual novel.
Yeah, the visual novel one. There we go.
I played it for 8 hours, but apparently I'm only in the top 20% of the most active players for that game.
I'm going to see if you can guess my top 3 games for Xbox. This one might be a little bit harder.
The Jet Set Radio game?
No, I've got that on PC.
Oh. Alan Wake?
Nope, that's on PS5.
Starfield?
That's number 1.
Yes! I knew it!
60 hours played.
Yes, and since you played so much, clearly you like it, so it's a good game.
I'm in the top 25% of this game's most active players.
Wow.
At 60 hours.
Impressive.
That's awful.
Yeah, so that's excellent. I don't think I could guess your other 2. Well, wait, what was that? What was the game? That was the Shinji Mikami game?
Nope.
No?
No.
Which game? What is it? I don't remember what the game's called. No, what was the game called?
Game? What do you mean?
The one that they made, the Shinji Mikami game that came out this year, kind of like
oh, you mean Hi-Fi Rush? No, wait, nope, never mind. Not Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, not that one.
Okay, never mind. I don't have any other guesses.
All right, number 3 is Power Wash Simulator at 20 hours played, and the top 10% of most active players in this game.
I'm impressed. I see a lot of ads for that game lately.
It is so good. Legitimately, not even memeing, not even joking. It is so fun to play. It is one of those games where you can just turn your brain off, like put on a nice podcast or like a music CD that you want to listen to, and just start power washing things in the game. And it's not just like normal places that you can power wash. You can go to Lara Croft's mansion and power wash that. You can go to fucking Final Fantasy VII and like power wash the vehicles and like the mechs and stuff from Final Fantasy VII. You can go to Bikini Bottom and power wash there, and you can power wash in a lot of different places from Back to the Future.
Okay.
It's very good. It's very just. It is what it is. Like, it's not a difficult game. It's very fun and easy to turn your brain off and just play it for several hours. And yeah, it's very enjoyable. And if you have PS Plus right now, it's actually still on PS Plus until I think tomorrow. So I would say go grab it now. Because it's great. It's a really good game. And it's on Xbox Game Pass if you have Game Pass. And number 2, and I haven't spoken about this one, but I do stand by this game being pretty good, but it's not going to be on something that I played for my Game of the Year list, so I'm going to go ahead and rip that Band-Aid off. Is Hogwarts Legacy. I played it for 46 hours.
Wow.
And I was only in the top 40% of the most active players for the game. So I guess most people played Hogwarts Legacy on Xbox this year. Because that's a lot of time to put into the game to only be almost top 50%. That's like crazy. So, yeah. Meanwhile, I was top 25 with 60 hours in Starfield. That's crazy. But yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it was pretty enjoyable for an open world game and pretty much what I wanted from what it was, more or less. And yeah, I thought it was really good. I got it for Katie this year and last year as a gift, and she played it, and then I just logged into her account and played it also.
Okay.
So yeah. Going to the other thing we were talking about, I was in the top 20% of players for hours played, the top 15% of players for gamer score, and the top 10% of players for achievements unlocked. Now, putting that into perspective, what I just said, I unlocked 98 achievements, and got a total of 1337 gamer score.
Okay.
That's like nothing. That's barely anything, and I was in the top 10%. So going back to what you said about like, hey, yeah, people that just ain't playing on Xbox. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like seeing that. Some of the other games that I played but didn't play as much was Lies of P. Still a very good game, but it is very, very hard. That one's actually probably one of the more interesting Souls-like games that I've played in quite a while, to be honest. I played Dreamlight Valley, Payday 3, Atomic Heart. These are all games I played on Xbox. Yakuza Like a Dragon, The Man Who Erased His Name. I played Redfall. God, that game was awful. I played Arcade Paradise. That game's really fun. And I played AEW Fight Forever. So those are my games basically on Xbox that I played this year. But it says I played 38, so I'm sure there's way more, but I don't know what the fuck they are. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, interesting. I like the little year in review email things.
Yeah, I do too. It reminds me of some games I played. I'm like, I played that? What?
Yeah, or just like, oh, I didn't realize I put that much time into this. So, yeah. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't have that much else to talk about, and I think it's appropriate because next year we're gonna start working on Game of the Year, baby.
Next year.
Next week. This year, next week. I was looking at the yeah, we're skipping this year. No, I was reading your Game of the Year sheet you sent out, and I said next year instead of next week. But yeah,
I was
all
just
this year in review shit and whatnot.
I don't know. I didn't actually go back through and look. But so I did the when I was updating the date on like this year or this year's, but also this week's episode. So I'm like going through, I changed the date, and then I'm like, oh, change the year. It said 2022, so I don't know if someone
it says 2023 right now. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
No. So the episode, like the Game Coach episode 550, like sheet.
Oh.
So when I updated the list, it was said December whatever 2022 on it, and I was like, oops. Like, did I just go through the whole year and not realize that I didn't change it?
Maybe you did.
I know. I'm like, I should go and look and see, if there's. Let's just see. Let's open up a random one. Let's see. Let's open up. Here we go. Episode 522. That was June. Let's see. Let's see what it says in June. It says June 20th, 2022. So yes, the entire year. I did not notice that the wrong year was in there. Sounds par for the course. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Sure does.
Yeah. So yeah, no, never noticed.
That's fucking hilarious.
I'm pretty impressed actually, because I change. Well, every once in a while I'll forget to change like the day. Like I'll be like, oh, it's still December, but maybe I'll forget to change like the day. Like change it for like last week I didn't change it from the 19th to the 26th or whatever. Okay. So that's fair. But usually the months I'll catch. But no, just as 50 whatever times we've done this, I did not notice that the year was wrong. Not once.
That's fucking great. Good job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So impressive. Anyways, you ready to wrap up?
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for listening to us tonight. Don't forget you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Amazon, YouTube, wherever you get your podcasts. We're there, and we have the website game-crunch.com. All our fresh new episodes. If you want to reach out to us, you can send us an email at gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Mm-hmm. Brandon.
Yep.
Any final thoughts?
No, I'm good.
Okay. That said, my name is Mike Anastasia. You can find me online on Clash of Penguin there or your favorite gaming console. And until next week, game on.
Game on.
Yeah, that's it. That's episode.
That was an episode. A very short episode.
Mm-hmm.
Which is totally fine because
totally fine. Not upset about it. I think the last couple weeks we've topped 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, so, we're good. We're good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We don't need to go any longer.
No, I agree. I don't have anything exciting to talk about.
Yeah, me neither. I think I'm gonna go play more Death Must Die, go through this run, and then I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
You need to take a nap. All right.
Yep.
I will talk to you next week. See ya.
See ya.